So the latest Vivre card in One Piece has given us a whole lot of new information about certain characters such as the Red Scabbards, Marco, and some revolutionary commanders. And man, some very good, information that we're learning now about some of these characters that we've been waiting for years. For some of these characters like Shanks. Anything about Shanks, we just need to know more about that guy. You know what I'm saying? He's still such a character that we don't know that much about, besides a few little small stuff that we've seen in the story so far. But like anyways, so we got a whole lot of information about the Red Scabbards, but there's one information from that, pull from that paragraph that I want to talk about. And this us finally getting the official bounty of Izou. Izou, he was a member of the Whitebeard Pirates, you know what I'm saying? He was taken by Whitebeard when, Odin wanted to join Whitebeard's crew all those years ago. We finally have this bounty now, and it's, 510 million berries. And we also, learned that he's a confirmed user of two types of hockey: observation hockey and armament hockey. Izou's, bounty being 510 million, I was expecting his bounty to be that high, Of course, it's not higher than Ace's bounty, It's not higher than some of these other people in the, in the Whitebeard, pirate crew, but still a very good bounty. Of course, Izou's bounty is gonna be this big. He was a part of like one of the greatest pirate crews of all time and one of the most powerful and most feared pirate crews of all time. So him having this, bounty, it makes sense. Izou, he's not no pushover either, you know what I'm saying? He carries a dual wield, pistol, you know what I'm saying? He's no joke either. So him having that bounty, no surprise at all. But like anyways, besides Izou's bounty being like the most thing that I was thinking about from the Red Scabbards, there's also another one, Toki. We finally, get a confirmed death of hers at the age of 36. And, now all those theories about her possibly being alive can finally be put to rest, because we all know that Toki died. There's no way she survived, you know what I'm saying? There's no way she survived for that long, And us finally getting a confirmed death of hers, and then the age she died at too, it puts all those theories that she, that she's alive currently, and was the one that, healed the Red Scabbards when they, almost died, early in the story. It's great that this has finally been confirmed. But like anyways, besides that, we also learned a few more stuff about, Shanks, Blackbeard, and, Whitebeard. So, Shanks, he loves hats. That's what we learned about Shanks. He loves hats, and we know this already, because he has this special bond with the straw hat. The straw that he later gave to Luffy. You know what I'm saying? And even besides the straw hat, it's told to us that he wears other types of hats too in the story. So great stuff too. But like, anyways, Shanks' fight with Buggy over which is colder between the North Pole and the South Pole, lasted for a long time. And not just for one scene. Okay, so basically they're telling us that this scene lasted a long time. I kind of wish we got that scene. I love Shanks and Buggy moments, so I hope we get more of that too. But like, anyways, we also get young Whitebeard's bounty too. It's not marked to his closing bounty, but it implies that he was not. It implies that when he was at 48, he was not worth 5 billion berries yet. And of course, Whitebeard. It makes sense that he wasn't at that bounty level yet either, because Whitebeard's not at his prime yet. Well, he was at his prime, but he wasn't at like in my opinion, like not his most destructive yet. But they later tell us that Whitebeard's bounty at Marineford that he got was his final one. So that means that he must have gotten his new bounty sometime before, Marineford, where he tried to save Ace and all that. It was, and then another cool info that we got in this Vivre card was that Whitebeard was the most powerful. That Whitebeard was the most powerful pirate group in the world when Odin joined his crew. However, it's also stated that the great pirate Whitebeard stands on an equal footing with Goldie Roger. So we can take that as we want. If like Whitebeard's pirate crew was really the strongest of all time, because we also had Roger's crew that had Rayleigh and all these other cold people on the crew, right? But besides that, we also get, info about the Revolutionary Army commanders, Morley, Bello Betty, Lindenberg, and Karasu. So we first start off with Morley. Morley, his bounty that we get is 293 million berries, and him being born in the West Blue. It's great that we're finally getting more info about members of the Revolutionary Army commander, because I feel like the only one that we have information about is Sabo. We know a lot about Sabo. We know his bounty, we know his past, we know his motivation, we know most of Sabo, right? But we don't know about the other commanders. Heck, we don't even know about Dragon, We don't know his bounty. We don't know what caused him to really, want to create the Revolutionary Army in the first place. We don't know about his past either. We don't know nothing about Monkey D. Dragon either. And I feel like when Monkey D. Dragon gets revealed, I feel like he has the highest bounty in this series right now, but we just don't know about his bounty level, But anyways, Morley, 293 billion berries, 293 million berries for him is good. You know what I'm saying? It's a very good bounty for him because his devil fruit, which I believe he can morph the ground, is a pretty cool devil fruit too. So him having this bounty kind of works with that devil fruit. It's a good devil fruit, but it's not like one of those broken devil fruits in the series. But anyways, after him we have Bello Betty. So Bello Betty, we learned a whole lot about her. Such as how old she is, 34 years old. Her birthday, her height. Born in the East Blue. And then her bounty, 457 million berries. So she has the second highest bounty of the Revolutionary Army commanders after Sabo, who has 602 million berries. And it makes sense. Bello Betty, it's because of her devil fruit. Her devil fruit, I think it allows her to rally the people around her. Even causes the physical strength of those people that she's rallying to become even higher. So when you think about it, that devil fruit is low-key broken in a way, So Bello Betty having this bounty, I'm not surprised either. Good bounty level for her. But anyways, we now have the mink of the Revolutionary Army commanders, Lindenberg. His bounty is 314 million berries. And again, another great bounty. And it tells us that he's a member of the mink tribe that we already knew about. And then, he's 37 years old, I don't know, Lindenberg, there's something sketchy about him. I low-key need to make a video of why I find him so sketchy. But there's just something about him that I've just been there's something about him that I've been thinking about. He's kind of compared to the other commanders, he's kind of a sketchy person, But the last commander that we have is Karasu, and he was born in North Blue, and his bounty is 400 million berries. So overall, the bounties for, the commanders after Sabo, it perfectly makes sense that their bounties are this high, especially Bello Betty's, because, Bello Betty is a very, she's probably one of the most important commanders for a dragon after Sabo, just because of her devil fruit. Her devil fruit can do so much. The devil fruit might sound and look stupid, but it's actually really good for what she's trying to do, Oh, yeah, and then we also learn more about Lindenberg too. He's a cat mink, and then he's the one that builds the weapons, supports objects for the Revolutionary Army. He's the guy that does all the weapons technology for the Revolutionary Army. And then he's the latest revolutionary commander that has been put in charge. And then he also invented a new weapon called the Cool Shooter to freeze water and hold pirates off. All his adventures have his unique spirit. So, Lindenberg, another GOAT character right now for the Revolutionary Army commander team. So it's man, we low-key learned a lot in this Vivre card. We learned a lot. And then the one that I've been really hyped about, thinking about the most is Marco. And we finally learned more about Marco. We finally learned about him. His bounty. Marco, we first learned of Marco, I believe, in the mid-2000s, He finally, when Shanks went to go meet Whitebeard, tried to warn him about Blackbeard, we saw Marco for the first time, And, since then, we've been wondering what his bounty is. And then, at Marine Ford, where he went this cold, his brief clash with Kizaru, all that stuff, we were just wondering, what is Marco's bounty? And we finally got his bounty. His bounty is 1.3, 1.374 billion berries. It's a great bounty. So compared to some of the other first commanders for other Yonko crews, like Katakuri, his bounty is pretty big. It's really big, and it makes sense. He was the first mate of Whitebeard, the first commander of Whitebeard, you know what I'm saying? And then not just that, I feel like Marco's bounty increased after, Marineford, because, now that he was, the leader of the Whitebeard pirates after Whitebeard died, they wanted to possibly like take down the remaining, members of the Whitebeard pirates. So he possibly got his his last bounty after Marineford, and after losing to Blackbeard and his pirate crew, this remained his last bounty for so long. But besides that, we learned that he was born in the Grand Line. His Devil Fruit, mythical Zoan bird fruit, model Phoenix. He has one of the coldest Devil Fruits in the series, and then he's a confirmed user of observation and armored hockey. So he's confirmed to use 2 hockeys in the series so far. Marco, he out of all the Whitebeard pirates, the members besides Whitebeard, Ace, Teach, he's a former one, and then who else? Yeah, besides that, Marco, he always hit differently for me just because of his Devil Fruit, and then his cool personality, and then the way he talks to Marco. He's one of my favorite characters in the series that's not a Straw Hat or one of the main characters, Marco, I've been waiting for his bounty. So seeing his bounty at 1.3 over 1.3 billion berries, it's great, He's also retired, so for all we know, this is gonna be his last bounty for now, This is gonna be his last bounty. But anyways, and besides the Vivre Cards, I also want to talk about the GOMU fruit and the and how that possibly ties with Shanks and the Devil Fruit that Enel has, which is the GORO fruit. So y'all remember during the God Valley incident, right? Where Roger and Garp teamed up together to face Rox D. Zebek and Big Mom and all of them when they were part of the same crew, right? What if the Devil Fruit that Rox D. Zebek had at that time was the GORO no Mi, right? That, we all know how broken that Devil Fruit is, We all know that the GORO no Mi, the one that Enel has, is one of the most powerful Devil Fruits in this series. So what if after the defeat of Rox D. Zebek and, that island that vanished on that same day, that disappeared, what if the fruit went along with it after, Zebek died, What if that fruit went up with it, The fruit ended up going to where Enel is, and, the world government being so wary, they're planning, hey, if someone as destructive as Zebek gets that Devil Fruit again, we need to have a plan. So, that's where the GOMU fruit comes in, They have the GOMU fruit in case someone has something that big again, And then, there's so much theories right now with the GOMU fruit. Why Shanks stole it? Why the world government was so upset about who's who failing to keep the GOMU fruit. I'm thinking that it has something to do with Rox D. Zebek and the GORO because think about it, man. It really kind of works well, with how Zebek was the previous owner of the GORO and then during that day where Zebek died and that island that that Garp and Roger were both on disappeared that day, What if that has something to do with the GORO going up to the sky, and then Enel gaining the Devil Fruit because there's no one else, because there's no other place that Devil Fruit could have went to when it was back down, because that island disappeared, So that probably made the world government, the GORO, be like, hey, we need to be prepared in case that Devil Fruit comes back into the world and that another strong pirate grabs a hold of it. We need something that can counter it, and that enters the GOMU fruit, right? But because of who's failure to keep that Devil Fruit, they got angry and they put him in prison. They put him in impel down. But then again, and another thing I was thinking about is what if it has something to do with the confusion of the GOMU fruit and then Yami no mean, but like, man, this chapter, man, like I already made a video about it, but chapter 1018 was great. We learned more about it, but then also the information that we got in the Vivre cards, such as Marco's bounty, the Revolutionary Army Commander's bounty, some more like, you know, info about the characters, and then of course the Red Scabbards, everything about them too. It was great, and of course more info about Shanks, Blackbeard, and Whitebeard. It was great as well. But like, yeah, man, if y'all enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.